Hey y'all, it's time for another What's for Dinner video where I share with you guys 4 of the meals our family has had this past week, and these are all going to be pretty easy meals. We enjoyed every single one of them, so I hope you guys enjoy it and then it'll provide you with some more meal inspiration. If you do enjoy What's for Dinner videos, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss out. Let's get to cooking. For the first meal that I'm sharing, we had some easy frozen sausage balls that I cooked in the oven with some baked zucchini fries that I made, and then I also made some macaroni salad that I'll share in a little bit. But for the zucchini fries, I had 2 zucchini. You can use 2 to 3 depending on how many you need for your family. And then I had some Italian style cheese, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of parsley, Italian seasoning, and olive oil, and I'll get into all of the measurements in just a minute. I thought I would share with you the kind of sausage balls that we use. These are the Tennessee Pride brand that I find at Walmart. They're not homemade quite, but they taste pretty good, pretty close. And then I'm going to go ahead and slice the zucchini fries into fry-sized bites. After cutting up the zucchini, I combined the cheese with all of the seasonings. So I've got about a half a cup of the Italian style cheese, and then a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and then a little bit of black pepper and salt to taste, and also just a little bit of parsley just to taste as well. Mix all of that together, and then in a separate Ziploc bag, I went ahead and combined all of the zucchini with some olive oil. I think I used about 2 tablespoons, and I did go ahead and put the cheese mixture in there as well and do it like that, but I would not suggest doing that. I would actually take the zucchini out one by one and just kind of like roll them around in it, because it was a little bit greasy when it was done. It was still delicious, but next time I'll either do that or maybe even try them in the air fryer. I haven't tried that yet, so I don't know how it works, but that's what I'm gonna probably do next time. So to bake them, I actually baked them on the same pan that I did the sausage balls, but I stuck them in the oven on 400 for about 13 to 15 minutes, and then after that I put them on broil for about 3 to 4. For the pasta salad, I've actually shared a few different kinds on my channel before, so I didn't go into great depth. I just thought I would show it to you. I made this the night before because it's at its best the next day. For this, I used some rotini pasta noodles, some Parmesan cheese, about a cup, and then some chopped up cucumbers, red pepper, and green pepper, and then I did some homemade ranch dressing with it. Mixed all of that together with a little bit of garlic powder, salt, and pepper to taste, and then once it was mixed together, I added in the cup of Parmesan cheese. We love pasta salads like this, the ranch kind. It's so good. And then, like I said, those zucchini fries were very good. They had a lot of flavor, and I do plan on making those again, but trying them out in the air fryer. They're still good in the oven, especially if you probably don't have as much oil all over them. But next time, I think to get them more crispy to our liking, I'm going to try them in the air fryer. The next meal that we had this week was inspired by Vanessa over at Vanessa White Randomness. She has it, I've seen her make it a few different times, but it's poutine or Poutine, whichever you say, and I'd never had it before. Travis has, and he really liked it, so we decided to make our own. So we've got some cheese curds that I found at a local store. Ended up being cheddar, not mozzarella, so I did still use some shredded, but then I've also got the brown gravy and a bag of French fries. So this one's super simple. Just cook your fries according to the package. We did end up putting them in the air fryer after they baked for a little bit, just to get them a little bit crispier, and then made up our gravy. Also, since the cheese curds were quite large, we decided to go ahead and cut those up a little bit, and we still use the shredded mozzarella too. I'm curious to know how many of you guys have actually had poutine before. I'd never had it. Travis had it when he visited Canada on a business trip once, and he had some at a local restaurant there, and I think he had sausage in his, I believe, but we just kept it simple this night. Seriously, this meal was so easy. You just stick everything in a bowl. We did the fries. I almost did the gravy before adding the cheese curds, but I corrected myself, did the cheese, and then poured the gravy right on top. And it was the perfect amount of salty and cheesy, melty goodness. It was really good. And I can't believe that I'd never tried it before now, because I'd been seeing Vanessa doing it and I wanted to. So thanks, girl. This next one is a very yummy, full of flavor Instant Pot recipe. It's a creamy Italian tortellini soup. And for this, there's quite a bit of ingredients. Don't let that intimidate you though, because you literally cook it all in one pot. So I've got some Italian sausage here, and then of course the cheese tortellini to go in it, the frozen kind, and then some chopped up onions. It's almost a cup, not quite. I do have a cup of heavy whipping cream, some minced garlic, Italian seasoning. We've got some Parmesan cheese, about 2 cups of spinach here, and then some olive oil, 2 different cans of diced tomatoes. We've got like a 14.5 ounce one and then the larger one as well. And then that whole thing of chicken broth. It wasn't quite 7 cups like the recipe said, but I think it was like 5 or whatever that ends up being. So the first thing we do is put it on saute, and then I will cook up the Italian sausage. And I should have probably drained the grease off of it, but you needed a little bit to cook the onions and garlic in, so I didn't, but I probably should have in hindsight. So just a little tip there. Once I got the sausage cooked, I went ahead and added 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic with all of the onions, mixed that around, and just kind of sauteed it for 2 minutes. And then I added in some Italian seasoning, which isn't pictured here. I thought I had a video and it wasn't. And added a little bit of the chicken broth and kind of scraped the bottom before adding in the rest of the chicken broth to make sure nothing was on the bottom stuck, because you don't want to get that burn notice. Then I added in all of the tomatoes, stirred that around, added in the cheese tortellini on top, kind of pushed it down to make sure all of it was covered with the liquid, then put the lid on. Put it on pressure cook, and you want to cook that for 1 minute. It did take quite a long time to pressurize though, so don't get worried when it's not going. Then when it's done, you want to naturally release it for 3 minutes, and then do the regular release, you know, the one that's scary and shoots up out of nowhere. So do that, and then open it up, and you want to go ahead and stick it back on saute, stir everything around really good, add the spinach into it like on the top until it wilts, and then add your cheese and the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. We did end up using a little bit more than 1 cup of heavy whipping cream though, just because it didn't seem like enough, and ours does look a little greasier on top, like it was all floating to the top, and I think that's just because I should have drained my sausage to begin with, but it was still full of flavor and very yummy. Me and Travis both really love this dish. My sister-in-law had actually made one of these similar. It wasn't exactly the same for us, and we really liked it, so we tried to recreate it at home, and I do highly suggest this one. It makes quite a bit. There was plenty for leftovers, so if you have a larger family than us, we're only 4, then this would be perfect to feed everybody all in one pot, and not too much work to go with it. It was really good. Our meal plan for the week was a very simple one, so this meal is no different. It's just chili cheese dogs, but we cooked them in the oven. Seriously, I think this might be my new favorite way to have hot dogs. I don't know what it was about it, but I feel like the flavor was really good. So we've got chili cheese, all the toppings that you would want. We just like ketchup and mustard, chili cheese and onions. So literally just stick all your buns into a pan, put the condiments in the bottom of the bun. So Grant wanted ketchup only with a little bit of cheese sprinkled on top. Then Porter only wants ketchup, and I'm the only one that likes mustard. And then me and Travis did the chili and cheese and onions on ours. But then you just want to put all of your toppings on it, cover it in foil, stick it on 375 for 30 minutes, and they were perfect. We plan on doing this for Super Bowl Sunday and having my brother and his family over, just because it's super simple and it's delicious, y'all. When I decided to make these in the oven, I was actually worried that the buns were going to be soggy, but they were actually the perfect amount of crispy, and it was really good. We served it with some leftover KFC coleslaw that we had the day before. Perfect pairing. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that it provides you with some new meal inspiration. Also, do want to mention that I will be doing a giveaway video soon for 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that, by the way. It means so much to me. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.